Hey everybody, and welcome to Sell Me a Movie, a subcategory here on the Cavalier Studios YouTube channel. Now what we do is we go ahead and discuss films that are either out in the theaters now, streaming on all your streaming services, or movies that have been out for quite some time. Now, yes, this is kind of like a movie review. However, what I like to describe Sell Me a Movie is not so much a movie review as a movie enthusiast who loves movies, who loves to write screenplays, direct his own little short films, and really just has been a movie lover since he was a kid. So with that in mind, what we will be doing is discussing Sydney Sweeney's Immaculate.
Hello there, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children.
Now, right off the bat, I just want to say that Immaculate is actually executive produced by Sydney Sweeney. She did audition for this role back in 2017, when she was 17, but it was on the back burner all the way up until when the production started and released this year. Now, when it comes to the director, it is by Michael Moen, and then the writer is Andrew Lobel. Now, this film, the synopsis, as far as IMDb goes, the description is Cecilia, a woman of devout faith, is warmly welcomed to the picture-perfect Italian countryside, where she is offered a new role at an illustrious convent. But it becomes clear to Cecilia that her way home harbors dark and horrifying secrets. Now, when I saw the trailer, I only saw one trailer of this flick, and honestly, it kind of reminded me a little bit, or I had a little harboring of possession in this manner. Maybe she was possessed and she became pregnant by a demon, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, this film has nothing to do with what I thought it was about. Like I said, I stayed away from the trailers because I do know that when it comes to horror flicks, sometimes they show too much. What I will say is this film was done by Neon, you may know some of the movies that came out of that production company, but this is probably one of the more famous ones that they've brought out, and it honestly proves why. Now, the writer and director are two individuals that I have no idea who they are. To me, they are fresh faces to the Hollywood big screen scene. Now, you may know them from some of the shorter ones or the shorts that they've done, or not well known projects, and that's okay. To me, to many individuals, these are the first up-and-comers, really. And they do a wonderful job. They hit it out of the park. Now, when it comes to Immaculate, I will say it is a very blasphemous film, and as a grown-up Catholic, it's more towards Christianity now. I was kind of curious exactly how blasphemous this film is, and unsettling this film was as well. I will say that, is it blasphemous? 100%. In more ways than none. Now, will this movie be intended to be blasphemous? Well, obviously. This film is all about Sydney Sweeney's character becoming pregnant, and I will go into the full description later on. Now, when it comes to the horror elements of it, does it rely so much on a jump scare effect? In some sequences, yes, but not many. Really, this horror flick where it shines is more the mysterious and mystery of it all. Really, Sydney Sweeney, her character Cecilia, shows up in this convent in Italy. She was actually originally from Detroit, Michigan. She comes over to Italy with no recollection of what to expect from this place. We do get introduced to the Italian convent in the very beginning, where somebody tries to escape it, so we know that this is a no-go. But it is an original story, and it showcases. The director does a wonderful job. The cinematography is pretty well done. There is one sequence that reminded me of an Ari Aster, kind of like a Midsummer feel to it, so that is very well done as well. But overall, though, the film kind of takes place in Italy. Cecilia arrives there, and all this everything seems normal, first off, except that she does find a nun praying, and when she actually opens up the hood, the robe, she has this like red mask that you can't really see the face. So you kind of get this cult-like feeling of the location, where, okay, now there are occultists here, and what is kind of at play, what's going on, because a lot of mystery things happen. Now, I won't say exactly what this film kind of describes, or at the very end what ends up showcasing, because honestly I wasn't really expecting it, but I do like the twist to it, because when I described that, it was a little bit like The Nun. It's more so like Rosemary's Baby. It is, if you've seen this film, if you've seen Rosemary's Baby, this film shines in a way that Rosemary's Baby did back in the 1970s. Now, it is this generation's of Rosemary's Baby, I will say that, though that is a cult classic and a horror classic as well. This film, Immaculate, does showcase the potential that it may have to be close to that as well. Sydney Sweeney, I know that before I've said in the past, she has played similar characters or the same characters, specifically Euphoria and Madam Web. This one shows her acting ability to a whole new level, and kudos to her because it does showcase her acting abilities in a way where we haven't seen them yet. I have yet to see the rom-com that she has out currently right now, but I will eventually. But like I said, this film, totally different landscape of what showcases her abilities to shine too. Do I want to see her in other horror flicks? Yeah, I think she has potential of that. But do I see her in being just a horror actress? No, she shines in many multiple ways, and this just showcases a different kind of category of what she is good at as well. Now, when it comes to the overall creepiness of it, it is very creepy. But overall, though, I think this film does a very good job in what horror movies aren't quite keeping up with, and that is a film that is scary without necessarily having jump scares. And like I said, a lot of horror films nowadays have a lot of jump scares. Conjuring kind of are overdoing it now. Insidious kind of overdoing it now. But overall, though, it brings back the fine-tuned element of horror movies being scary without needing the jump scares. It has a creepiness vibe to it. It has the whole elements that is needed for a horror flick. So kudos for Immaculate. And overall, I did enjoy it. It does deserve a higher ranking, in my opinion, than what's kind of out there. It kind of is like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I would kind of rank it as a 7 or an 8, honestly, because it does a wonderful job for that, especially with writer-director that aren't really well known. It shows their potential, and it just showcases what they can improve on, but also the glass ceiling is, of course, up there for them. So kudos to them, kudos to the team, kudos to Sydney Sweeney. I would recommend watching this. It's a perfect Halloween flick as well, so if you guys want to wait till Halloween to watch it, by all means, go for it. But if you guys have seen it, leave your comment down below. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Do you agree with my opinion? And be sure to subscribe to the channel. Not only subscribe, but follow us on all social platforms as well. Make sure you check the merchandise store or link down below as well, because all proceeds go to keeping this channel alive. And with that in mind, we'll see you guys next time for the next review.